Hello everyone, my name is Alexis Flores and I am a technical marketing engineer here at Cisco. I'd like to welcome you to this video where I will be demystifying the different virtual image packaging options available for the Cisco Catalyst 8000V. Not only will we discuss how to differentiate the virtual image names, but also talk about their different use cases based on one's own system requirements. After we are done, one will be able to choose what virtual image is right for them and deploy their Cisco Catalyst 8000V within their supported environment of choice. Before we start things off, let's go over a quick refresh on our general image naming convention. So in this example, we're going to be dissecting a Catalyst 8000V image running on iOS XE 17.6.2. There are various image versions available on software.cisco.com, but the naming convention are the same for all of them. The image name can be broken down into 7 different components. The first section, shown in the black rectangle, is the platform name. The C8000V is part of the Cisco Catalyst 8000 series Edge family, which is defined here as C8000. Next to the platform name, you can find the platform type, which in our case is a virtual form factor denoted with the letter V inside of the shorter light blue box. Following the platform type in the green box is the services provided with the image name. The universal keyword here means that the image contains the full iOS XE experience. It is packed with all the features that are expected to come with its physical family members. The K9 designator shown in the orange box has been defined by Cisco as products that support encryption, which the C8000V also supports. Next up in the gray box is the iOS XE version number. This one is self-explanatory. It's just the version of the iOS XE that the C8000V will be running once it is turned on. In this case, it is iOS XE 17.6.2. The dark blue box is a digital signature indicator. Digitally signed Cisco iOS software is identified by a 3-character extension in the image name. In this case, the S here stands for digitally signed software. The P stands for production image, which just means that it is Cisco software approved for general release. And the A is just the version used to sign the image. And finally, in the red box, we have the file format. Due to the nature of the C8000V and all its virtual attributes, it has an abundance of virtual image packaging options, which we will be going over in the following slides. In this specific example, the image is a binary file which is used for inline upgrades. When navigating the software download section for the C8000V, there will be different types of installation files based on the environment it will be used in. You can find deployment guides for each of the supported environments on cisco.com. There are 6 main image package types that we'll be looking at as shown in the table here. Some of the image package types have different flavors attached to them, which is why you see more than 6 images when navigating the C8000V software image repository. So first on this list is bin. Bin or binary files are used for in-place upgrades across all of the C8000V supported environments. For example, let's say in this scenario we want to upgrade from 17.6.1 to 17.6.2. We would use the 17.6.2 bin image to upgrade the C8000V. The ISO package type is a bootable installer image file primarily used by VMware and KVM environments, which are 2 of the hypervisors currently supported by the C8000V. The OVA package is available for VMware installs and includes a bootable ISO file as the installation media. It also comes with pre-configured VM settings to provide optimal platform operation. It also supports Secure Boot, but it's not enabled by default on VMware ESXi. You will need to enable Secure Boot in the settings before deploying the VM. Deploying the OVA image using a vSphere client is a recommended deployment method for ESXi. And the QCOW2 file is a pre-installed disk image supported for KVM environments. The GUI or graphical user interface is the recommended installation method for KVM. And the tar.gz file is the installer archive format used with Cisco's NFVIS branch deployment. Both QCOW2 and tar.gz images come in 4 variants across 2 dimensions: console type and boot firmware. First, let's look into console options. There are 2 console options available for the C8000V, serial or VGA. The serial variant image is used when one wants to attach 1 to 2 serial ports to the C8000V VM and be able to console into the VM by telnetting into the hypervisor's management IP address. One quick note, use this option only if your hypervisor supports serial port console access. The VGA variant image is used when one wants to connect to the C8000V with VGA consoles built into the VM management tools, such as KVM's Virt Manager. A serial variant image can be identified with the keyword serial in the file name, and a VGA variant image can be identified with VGA in the file name, as shown in the bottom highlighted section. Next up is BIOS versus EFI mode options. If you're not familiar with Secure Boot is part of the UEFI standard, which ensures that a device boots only using a software that is trusted by the OEM, which in our case is Cisco. When a device starts, the firmware checks the signature of the boot software and the operating system. If the signatures are valid, the device boots and the firmware gives control back to the operating system. Each hypervisor has a unique process to enable Secure Boot for the guest VM, so refer to the hypervisor's documentation for that. For reference, Secure Boot is supported on VMware's ESXi 6.5 or later. For KVM, you'll need a Red Hat Enterprise Linux 7 with an OpenSec license, or just Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8. And for NFVIS, Secure Boot is supported on release 3.11 or later. Images with EFI in the file name support Secure Boot, but it is not enabled by default. You can refer to slide number 4 in this video or look at the configuration guides on cisco.com to see if the image package selected has Secure Boot support. And finally, there is disk size options, 8 or 16 gigabytes. 8 GB disk layout option is available like the Cisco CSR 1000V, which is the C8000V's predecessor. The 16 GB disk layout option is also available for future applications that require larger storage space. And we can find these images with keywords 8G or 16G in the file name as shown in the bottom highlighted section. And that pretty much sums it up. Now that we've gone through the different packaging options and their variants, one will now be able to confidently select the appropriate image package based on their requirements. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. If you've enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll see you in the next one.